Hey y'all, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to my channel, Jazzy B, with the little emojis, whatever you want to call them. Today's video will be about the ins and outs of 2026 pretty much. So what are the things that we are leaving behind in 2025, or some of the things that y'all should leave behind, or what are some things that we should keep and what should we bring into 2026. It is kind of late, so I apologize if the lighting is kind of bad. I might have to add my light in a little bit. This list will range from things from natural hair to fitness, and I got a couple hot takes. I got a couple hot takes. Yeah, I'm just being real. It is just strictly my opinion with some of these things, and yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into it. First, we're gonna talk about fitness. If you go watch some of my other videos, I talked about some of how I completed the 6-week program by Talia Joelle, and I'm also currently doing Gymshark 66. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a challenge that Gymshark is doing for anybody to participate in. It's free. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you can still enter it. I'm pretty sure that you can, but it started on January the 1st, so the first of the year, until March the 8th. So it's basically just 66 days of you choosing your wellness and prioritizing yourself, your healthy habits, all the other stuff. And you choose 3 habits from health to fitness and your mindset. Like I said, anybody can do it. It's free. Each week you post your update to TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Y'all go follow me on my platforms on Instagram and TikTok to keep up with me and how I'm doing with Gymshark 66, especially my Instagram, because I do post a lot of stories and just some different things that I'm doing throughout the day. So yeah, if you need some like motivation throughout the day, I do post like little fun stuff on my Instagram, so y'all go follow that. If you continue with this, you have the opportunity to become a Gymshark athlete, and I want to be a Gymshark athlete, and I wanted to be for the last couple of years, but I talked about it a little bit on my short that I posted. Like, I've been through a lot these last couple of years, so I really had to realize, like, you know, some people were able to get things, and it doesn't mean that I wasn't able to too, but I can now put in the work, because the things I was going through in my life just didn't align with the amount of work that was gonna have to be put into where I am now. Like, it's a time and a place for everything. Like, God knows the time and the place. I don't really open up about what I went through on social media, but yeah, if you know, you know. So anyway, back to my ins and outs. So for fitness, my first in is taking creatine. So one of my fitness goals is to tone up more, gain muscle, specifically in my lower body. Upper body, if you know, you know, I'm pretty heavy upper body. Like, that's good. It always has been. Just naturally, just genetics, all of that. But unfortunately, we a little top heavy, but we a little bottom. The glutes always have been poking. Like, they always been there. But I took a break from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and I was not in the gym at all for that entire month. Actually, I went a couple of times, but it wasn't structured like when I was doing the 6-week program, because I finished the 6-week program on Thanksgiving Day. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm paying for it now because it's looking kind of pancakey a little bit. I can see that I lost my gains. And then on top of that, my hip flexors, I found out they were overactive because I sit down a lot of the time for my 9 to 5. I work every day 9 to 5. So basically your hips are always contracted. So basically when I was doing the 6-week program, my hip got like, I guess, overstretched or something like that. And yeah, so I wasn't able to push the same weight that I was doing when I first started the program, which essentially messed up my game. And yeah, so now I'm structuring myself. Now I'm studying to get my certified personal trainer, and that's basically where I learned about all of this from doing my study. And anyway, creatine, back to that. So basically I want to take creatine because it helps you tone, it helps build muscle. I can put more of the benefits down at the bottom. It's one of those things that I was hesitant about taking just because I've never been into like taking a bunch of different supplements, especially if I wasn't like very sure of what the benefit of it was. But I listened to but she might as well be a doctor because that's how good her podcast is. But I listened to Les on She's So Lucky. She rebranded. It used to be called Balanced Black Girl, but she had the co-owner of this brand called Array, and her husband, they created this creatine supplement together. And she was talking about how, you know, they had to go through doctors. She talked about her journey. She wasn't even really into fitness, and then how she got into it and how she got to learning more about it. So I don't know, it just sounded like a brand that I could trust. I've been taking those. I started them a couple weeks ago. In 30 days, I can give y'all an update of how it's looking. I take 3 gummies per day, and I bought them off Amazon, so I can link them in the description below too. Creatine, that's the end for me this year. I just kind of want to see how it works. Another end, which is something that I started in 2025, was planning out my workouts. It seems so simple. It seems like something that's like common sense in a way, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. So like me personally, I did weightlifting, all of that. I started that in high school. And so my coach, the strength and conditioning coach, he taught us all the things. So I've always felt very confident in the weight room and in the gym, but I would not have structure. That was the piece that I was missing the most. So I've been lifting weights from 15 to I'm 25 now. I started when I was 15, so 10 years approximately. I've tried different things, you know, like I said, strength and conditioning in general. More the conditioning was more in high school. I also took strength training when I was in undergrad too. Go Cox. Yeah, but then COVID happened, so I didn't even get to finish that class, which I really enjoyed it because I think I was benching like 105. I think I had benched 105. And fast forward to today, 5 years later, I'm still benching 105 the last time that I maxed out. And it's because I never built consistency with my fitness routine. But then when I did the 6-week challenge, it provided that structure. I would go to the gym 2 2-3 days out the week. I would skip on my period. I just would never stay consistent with it in general. And doing the 6-week challenge really made me realize it's because I lacked structure, because I would go to the gym and I would decide at the gym, y'all, like it's kind of unhinged a little bit. Once I went in there, I'd be like, okay, my legs kind of hurting today, so I'm gonna do upper body. So I'm gonna just do some curls, do some push-ups. I might bench a little bit. I might do some incline bench, and that's about it, because I didn't have a goal to do that. And like I said, I was just doing this last year, like literally like right before October. Now it's not the case anymore, like especially because I'm studying to get my personal trainer certification. Now I'm learning how to actually structure my workouts to yield the growth that I want to have. So if you watch my prior videos, Locked In University, I talked about that before, how your goal has to be in alignment with your actions. So y'all go check that out for more information. So I'm taking advice from myself on that. I really am. Another end for 2026, to get at least 8,000 steps and to correct our posture for 2026. So let me get to that. The reason I say 8,000 steps is because I am from South Carolina, the deep South. If you don't know nothing about South Carolina, there is little walkability here. This is not New York. A lot of the areas, like, we don't have sidewalks. A lot of places don't even have food. I grew up in a food desert. Yeah, like, yes, you can go walk in your road and things like that, but it's just a lot of safety issues with that. Like, you have to consider the speed limit, all these other things. And in the South, we are so car dependent that it's not the same infrastructure as if you were living somewhere to where you can just walk anywhere. And don't get me wrong, you got places like, you know, Atlanta, Charlotte, but even those places, yes, in the downtown areas, it might be very walkable. And then the rent is sky high, $5,000, however much it be. So yeah, for the average person, like, we not getting, it's very hard for us to get 10,000 steps in a day. So I set the goal for myself for 8,000 because I feel like it's a little more doable, but we can get into that later. But yes, I got tired going back to, like I said, my gym routine. I would go to the gym, right? I make up my workouts. I wasn't intentional about my workouts. And then when I got done, my watch would say like, oh, you burned total 180 calories, or like maximum it would be 200 calories, y'all. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. And that's why I'm still in the maintenance state that I am, because yeah, like eating, like clean eating, all that stuff, I had no issues. That's the only reason I've been able to maintain where I am now. But in terms of that, up until this past October, I was very sedentary. Like, I would feel like, oh, if I'm lifting weights, like I don't really feel like walking today, so I'm not gonna get my steps in. I was probably getting like 1,000 steps in every day, pretty much. Like, especially when I started working, like I had got too comfortable, too complacent with where I was at. And I just think people underestimate how much a difference like getting your steps in can make. And so another one, like I said, was correcting my posture. That's one that I'm really locking into right now, because once I started studying my certified personal trainer material, when my hip flexor like got tight and started getting sore when I was doing my 6-week program, I was like, bro, I have never had any problems with my hip. Like, how old am I? Like, I've never had problems with my hip. So it's just like, what is this coming from? Knee problems, yes, but my hip, no. Come to find out, when you sit in for a long period of time, so if you work 9 to 5, your hips are in contrast because your legs are bent up, right? Therefore, your hip is not in its natural state. Like, it's being overextended, it's being overused because you're sitting down, right? So the way that I'm correcting my posture is throughout the day, I have a standing desk at work. I stand up and I do my work most of the day. And then if I need a break, I take 15 minutes. I go walk outdoors, like at my job, and that's how I am correcting my posture and also getting my steps in simultaneously at the same time. So yeah, those two are kind of going hand in hand with each other. And another one that I have is, this is one that I explored some more last year, which, to be honest, I should have been, because I've always been an outdoors girl. Like, all of the sports I played was outdoors. Like, I've just always been an outdoors girl. But end for 2026 is outdoor workouts. We getting in the field. We are getting in the field. Y'all got to start using y'all state taxes. We have parks. We have all these other places, these recreational community centers, whatever. Y'all have to do more than just go to the gym and lift weights. One thing that I plan to do this year, that I am going to do this year, not plan because I'm already starting it, is to do more athletic training workouts. I love training like an athlete. Like, I grew up an athlete. I played softball and I did cheer. Softball was my life for a long time, y'all. So like I said, I spent a lot of time outdoors. I'll send y'all a picture. That sun used to be baking me, baby. Like, I was in the field, and I just really miss like being outdoors and just being out in the sun. I think once you start working and once you transition into like adulthood, it's like, especially when you move to a new city and a new state like I did, it's harder to find these things, but you really have to be intentional about going out to look for them. So yeah, like this past year I started running on the track. This year I do want to get back and playing like recreational sports, so I'm gonna look into some teams to like play into, all of that other stuff. But yeah, like doing more outdoor activities and training outdoors, like 10 out of 10. Like walking, even when you're just doing your walk, going for a walk outside, I really enjoy that. And just being with nature and all of that in general, like it really boosts your mood up. 10 out of 10. So some of my outs for 2026, this one might be a little controversial. So one of my outs for 2026 is not talking to people in the gym. So headphones 24/7, every time you go to the gym, it's an out. And that's not me saying that I'm not gonna wear headphones in the gym and zone in, listen to my music. This is me basically saying that it's no reason that we should be at a place every single day, 5 times a week, and it's not one person in there that we don't know. Like, that's weird, y'all. Like, if you really sit here and think about it, like, as soon as you get to the gym, as soon as you get in the locker room, you're disassociating. You putting your headphones in, you got your head down, you scared to say hey to anybody. Like, And then people will try to combat it and be like, oh, that's because that's my lock-in time, that's when I be locked in. Like, no, baby, we got social anxiety. Like, you are okay with posting to strangers on social media, but you can't sit here and say hey to the little lady or to the dude or whoever that's sitting here like doing a workout or doing a workout that's similar to you, or to just ask somebody what's their name. Yeah, it's an out for me. Like, I thrive off meeting people and talking to people and just getting to know people and what they do. Yeah, I just feel like the gym should be a third space, and we need to talk to each other in the gym, y'all. Like, and people, and especially too when you get online and be like, oh, I wish I had a gym partner, or I don't know anybody like who goes to the gym. But you surrounded, if you are locked in, you are surrounded by people every single day that's in your vicinity every single day that's locked in with you. Granted, yeah, they might be doing a different program than you, but it does not hurt to ask, especially if y'all are doing like similar workouts, you peeping it or whatever. Like, just go up and say, hey, I'm just wanting to meet new people in the gym. My name is blah, blah, blah. And what's your name? Like, what do you like to train? And y'all just go from there. That's it. And I feel like another way that you could probably do better with this is maybe going to like more group-based exercise. So maybe like Pilates, yoga, or something like that. I started going to kickboxing and I met some new people through that. We all in the same space. Like, it's no reason that we should not be able to talk to each other and have normal conversations, but you can get on TikTok and be all in the comment. Okay, next. My next out is, I mentioned it before, skipping the gym on my period. I'm not gonna go too much detail into that. Sometimes I have more energy on my period than I do during my luteal phase. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'd be a little more pumped up. And the reason that I used to skip was because my cramps were so freaking bad, y'all. Like, I'm not even lying. I stopped taking birth control because I had been on it for so long because of my irregular periods. So I haven't taken birth control for the last about to be 3 years. My periods got so bad after I stopped taking my birth control. I was on a pill, by the way. My period is regular now, but the cramps, they were so bad. And I started back using Honey Pot. I only wear pads. I don't wear tampons. I started back using Honey Pot, the brand Honey Pot. Y'all, it made such a difference. Like, when I tell y'all, I do not cramp. If I run out of their pads and I have to use like Always or some other brand, like, y'all, my cramps be bad. So you can't convince me it's not the pads. It's the products that we're using. So yes, ever since I've done that, I be feeling good on my period. I be fine. Cramps be very minimal, if any at all. But yeah, y'all go try Honey Pot again. I know y'all tried to boycott when she sold the business, but she also was on She's So Lucky podcast too. Really just hearing her story and really just being educated more about how Black businesses, like, we don't really, when we become entrepreneurs, we don't get the luxury to, I guess, scale, because people want you to keep doing the bare minimum and like want you to keep struggling. And then when you sell your business to where it can be produced more and it can have more reach and you can be more successful, then it's a problem. Because yeah. And 2 more outs that I have: PM only gym workouts, only going to the gym in the evenings. I am no longer a evening workout girl. I am a morning workout girl. Not necessarily consistently yet, because sometimes, you know, it varies. It just depends on how I'm feeling too. But for the most part, I'm a morning workout girly. And the people is not lying. Like, going to the gym in the morning is elite compared to going in the afternoon. I'm trying to tell y'all. This morning I went to the gym, right? And right now I'm able to have the time to sit here and record this video. If I didn't do that, I would not have been able to record this video right now. It saves me so much time on top of like meal prepping at the beginning of the week. Like, I get so much free time throughout the week. When I get home from work, I could just come home and chill, knowing that I done accomplished what I need to do for the day. Matter of fact, let me see what my steps say right now. And I done got 9,000 steps in today, y'all. And it's 5:45. Like, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. And the last thing for my outs for the gym is something that I really have to do, is wearing uncomfortable gym outfits. I have so many gym outfits that are barely, like, I don't know, they are squeezing me right now. But I'm holding myself accountable with when I finish and when I pass my certified personal trainer, which hopefully will be in the next couple of weeks. I am splurging on gym clothes. I'm talking about Gymshark, Honor Active. I don't know about Define. I haven't really looked into their stuff, but baby, we going on a splurge. And when I drop this haul, y'all better be ready, because we about to be looking real cute for the gym. Okay, y'all, this video is kind of getting long, but it's okay. I just have a lot to say and I like to talk, so I hope y'all like listening to me. Anyway, so next we're gonna talk about hair, specifically natural hair, because y'all know I'm a natural girly. I'm not really feeling my hair today because I didn't take the time to do it, because yeah, I just wasn't prepared. Number one, washing my hair when it needs it, actually listening to my hair and paying attention to my hair and my scalp and doing what my hair needs and not what I think somebody else should tell me what to do. Y'all know the whole general consensus is like, oh, you know, wash your hair once a week, but sometimes that don't work for everybody. Before, there was a time I feel like I might have been washing my hair multiple times throughout the week, really like locked in with growing my hair back when I bit chop. I just really want to prioritize that whenever my scalp is feeling itchy, I'm not sitting here just scratching away just for the sake of, oh, I only need to be washing my hair once a week. Like, I'm really trying to build a system with like my hair washing, between like using a clarifying shampoo, a hydrating shampoo, my dandruff shampoo, what products I'm going to use, because y'all know I just use whatever I feel like using at the moment. But I'm creating a system this year to wash my hair, because baby, we are getting waist length hair this year. I don't know if I told y'all or not, but that is the goal. Realistically, I don't know if I can get waist length since I just cut my hair last year, but we're gonna see. Another one, which is what I've been doing in 2025 that we are bringing into 2026, is using wash and goes for hair growth. So this is my signature look, just a cute little little fro, a little slick down in the front or whatever. It grows my hair. My hair is pretty healthy for the most part. It's just what works for me. I know for some people it doesn't work because people get fairy knots. As long as I detangle my hair and do all of that, it works pretty good for me. I'm so scared of like my crown having breakage, so I try to avoid like doing like constant slick backs all the time. I don't really do slick backs too often. If y'all, one of my things this year is Sacred and other quality hair products. They are in. And mind you, I haven't even used Beyonce Sacred drops like to even see if they really work for me. But the testimonials and the stories, my friend Anari, she said she showed her braids and how much it growed her hair and all of that. So I want to start back experimenting with different products this year and just seeing what makes my hair feel good, what gives it that good slip and just give it that good softness to where it can be healthy, because without healthy hair, you're not really gonna have long hair. So even though I do want long hair again, prioritizing the health of it, and that's gonna yield me having longer hair by making sure that it is healthy at the end of the day. And to contribute to that, I am planning on doing more blow dry hairstyles because it just makes sense. Like when you think about it, not really gonna get tangles like that. Your hair is blow dried and you're not necessarily putting the heat on it to give it the heat damage, depending on how, you know what I'm saying, how high you dry your hair. I'm really trying to channel into like my inner, dang, y'all don't shoot me. I have not watched Girlfriends, but I have a lot of pictures of Tracy Ellis Ross from when she was on Girlfriends, like hairstyles that she had. They were so tea. For the summertime, I'm really trying to tap into that look, that entire look. I feel like she had like a lot of blow dry looking type styles. Like I'm really trying to tap into that. And then the last thing that I have is paying for protective styles. Probably like, oh, like you pay for braids, like what you mean? Or you have to pay to get a sew-in or to get a wig or whatnot. What I mean by this is like, if I want some mini twists, I want to start actually going to professionals who do these to have them do it for me rather than me do it myself, just on my natural hair. So not necessarily adding in hair. Do I plan on getting braids and stuff this year? Yeah, I want to get braids again because I haven't had braids since 2023, I think. Yeah, this year I really want to go to more professional, especially like black owned businesses who do like, I want to get some flat twists, I want to get some cornrows. That's what I'm trying to do, some mini braids. Like growing up, me and my cousin, y'all, my grandma every summer she would get us our mini braids, our little micro braids, and y'all was not on that. Y'all was not on that, the micro braids, and then you put the beads in your hair and you get to be, yeah. So my outs for natural hair for 2026. Number one, slicking edges and baby hair. That one might be a little controversial for some too. It's not that I'm against it. I'm just scared of, I don't know if y'all you can't really see my edges, but I feel like that just rips your hair out so badly and essentially contributes to you having like thin edges at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to go through that. I honestly haven't slicked my edges in a long time because like I said, I primarily wear wash and goes. So slicking my edges really is not necessary. Sometimes I do it on occasion, but in terms of every single day, like excessively like slicking my edges and my baby hair is like, no, I'm not doing it. Like even when I do a slick back, like I might just have it straight back and might not swirl it, but I do love a good swirl of the edges. I can't hold y'all. I love a good swirl of the edges for my hair health and what I want. I'm not gonna be doing that every single day. This one I'm guilty of because I've done this. I got my hair cut in April of 2025 into a bob and I haven't got it trimmed since then, y'all. Like don't shoot me, don't cuss me out. But yes, that's another out. We are leaving going at least 3 to 6 months without a trim, depending on what your hair needs. We're leaving it in 2025 and beyond because my hair is like, I don't know, my ends just feel terrible right now. Like they feel horrible. Despite it, they might not look it, but they do. And I'm in desperate need of a trim. So we leaving that in 2025. Another one, I did this in 2024. I didn't bring it into 2025, but it's being carried into with me. Y'all already know I have a blonde smear campaign. Like when I be doing my wash and goes, like dyeing my natural hair is out. Mind y'all, I done had blonde highlights throughout my hair. I have dyed my hair red, my entire head red. Go watch my natural hair journey video if you want to see all that. Yes, and then the most recent thing that I done, no. Then I dyed it black to cover up the red. It seeped through and turned into like this ginger color. She was tea. I can't lie, she was tea. That's probably my favorite one. I'll be tempted sometimes, but no, we're not doing it. And then after that, in 2024 in January, I was like, I want to get a skunk stripe. All this happened prior to my frontal lobe developing. I'm 25 now, and I'm like, bro, my hair could have been waist length if I just let it dye alone. If I left that dope alone, my hair could have been, yeah, it could have been waist length, but no, I wanted to keep dyeing it. We're not doing that no more. If I want to play with some color, I'm gonna just get some braids a certain color, or I have never tried a wig or a sew-in, y'all, but I'm interested to do that. Probably a wig more than I would a sew-in because I heard that sew-ins can be tight and they kind of pull on your hair a little bit, but I don't know. We're gonna see. That might be something I explore some more in 2026 too. Okay, y'all, it started getting dark, and so yeah, I had to set up my light. I'll show y'all what it looked like because it's real bootleg. I lost one of my tripods, the tripod that I usually attach my light to, so I gotta got a real bootleg set up right now, but it's cool because yeah, I'm dedicated to finish this video for y'all. So where did I leave off? Okay, dyeing natural hair, that's dead. We ain't doing that no more. Okay, and the last 2 outs, I kind of touched on this a little bit. Like I said, using low quality products, but especially when we are getting protective styles. So whenever I would get braids before, like I would like shed so much hair, and I know it's normal, especially if you leave it in for a long time or whatever, but you know how you have to get your hair washed, then you got to blow dry it, but then like they expect you not to come in with like any products on your hair. But my hair is very fine, and yeah, I don't think my hair can withstand it. So yeah, when Beyonce came out with that, you know, protective style line, I'm like, okay, I wonder if like that'll be beneficial for when you're trying to get braids or when you're trying to get, you know what I'm saying, protective styles and stuff like that. No, I'm not about to sit here and do a whole hair routine. Like I know obviously not, I can't do that, but at least like I can put some leave-in in my hair or something that'll like hold my ends together, something like that. Like that's what I want to start doing in 2026 when I do decide to get braids and stuff like that, or like doing mini twists and whatever else. Last one, this might knock some toes, knock some knees, somebody. Being a straight natural, that's out. That's out. And honestly, that was never in my 2025. That wasn't in my 2024, my 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, maybe 19 a little bit. No, it wasn't. 19 it wasn't, because I didn't straighten my hair for 2 whole years. So yes, when it comes to heat damage, I run a strict program around here. I only straighten my hair like twice a year, y'all. And 18, 17-year-old me would have never thought that. That is the reason that I had to big chop my hair when I was 18, because I was a straight natural. And a straight natural to me is just censoring, a code word for having heat damage. I saw somebody on TikTok say when it comes to natural hair, you just gotta pick the damage that you want. And to be honest, that's what it is. And if you don't really know what a straight natural is, it's basically when a black person wears their hair straight majority of the time, but they don't use like any relaxer, any perm, anything like that, which is how my hair was. My hair was never relaxed, but they get it straight all the time. I was getting my hair straightened every 2 weeks. Like hair used to be laid, hair was growing and all of that, but y'all, when it got to its natural state, it was not cute. And to be honest, like if that's what you want to do, like, you know, that's cool. You don't mind having heat damage hair, that's cool. But as for me and my household, we ain't doing it. And I don't really see myself ever going back to being a straight natural. But don't get me wrong, I love getting my hair straightened. Like I probably plan on getting it straightened within these next couple of months or however long, because the last time I got my hair straight was, I think, May. Yes, I haven't got my hair straight since it was actually in a bob. So oh my god, my mic is on 10%. Okay, but yeah, I haven't got my hair straight since like May. And yeah, so yeah, I'm committed, so get in the field.